morning to you wherever you are listening. This is Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station, and we're happy that you could be there with us on this frequency. Welcome to the conversation. It's the conversation on this frequency. I'm Oluwaseun or Akinola. We thank you for being there. Okay, so we have a whole lot of stories that are making rounds in our national dailies this morning, and so we will take you through a number of these stories. Adamawa is still in the news and is really taking a great turn at this time. Punch has from its front page, Adamawa governorship election. Fintiri floors Binani. INEC takes Rex case to Buhari. Yesterday evening, INEC eventually came round to complete the collation of the results and also release the final results the way it should be announced. INEC followed through the process and then announced the results accordingly. So this morning, we just listened to how INEC announced that result yesterday evening. So INEC declared Fintiri winner of the election.
ADP 2,174 2174. Dahiru Ahmed Aishatu APC 396,788 396 788. Sholi Aya Abga 892. Umaru Ahmadu Fintiri PDP 430,861. 861. Baba Ina Ibrahim PRP 1,188. Dado Amron ZLP 200 200. That Umaru Ahmadu Fintiri of PDP, having satisfied the requirement of the law, is hereby declared the winner and returned.
That's the process, and that's how an announcement is made. That's how you declare the final result of an election. There's a kind of ritual attached to this announcement, and it has to be followed. But the Resident Electoral Commissioner for Adamawa State did not follow that process. He wasn't even known to law to carry out such an assignment. The law does not recognize him carrying out such an assignment, and so that's how it should be done, and he has done it. After these, other processes will follow thereafter. So that's it, and that's I hope that buries the issue. If not, we still have other issues around it, so I'll take you through it. Fintiri made his acceptance speech right after that announcement, and here is what he said the moment he was announced the winner of the election.
Well intended and done in good faith in the overall interest of all parties. Now that the election are done and over, our doors are open to every partnership that is beneficial to our people. The combined efforts of our security forces and their high commands in providing the needed atmosphere of peace throughout the election and even waiting period is highly commendable. Their exhibition of professional conduct is undeniably praiseworthy. I thank the leadership of my great party, the PDP, for standing by us and ensuring that no amount of gang-up triumph against the will of the majority of Adamawa people. As always, the umbrella is big enough for all of us.
Okay, that was Ahmadu Fintiri giving his own acceptance speech for the election that was declared yesterday. And so that's how it went down. But don't forget that Aishatu Binani is in court on this matter, and she approached the court to validate the announcement made by REC. I'm going to play for you, or before I play that for you, let me read something for you this morning. And it's very important that you listen to this. And this is something that we need to think about and also talk about, or even have some conversations around. I was discussing this with my colleagues yesterday afternoon, about our Electoral Act. And the Electoral Act 2020, there's a section there, Section 149. Yes, Section 149 speaks to this issue that I want to raise very quickly. Now, I'd like you to listen to Section 149 of the Electoral Act and check out this provision of the Electoral Act and take notice of the wordings of this section. 149 reads, notwithstanding any other provisions of this Act, any defect or error arising from any actions taken by an official of the Commission in relation to any notice, form, or document made or given, or other things done by the official in pursuance of the provisions of the Constitution or of this Act, or any rules made thereunder, remain valid unless otherwise challenged and declared invalid by a competent court of law or tribunal. That is Section 149 of the Electoral Act 2022. Now, the point here is that this provision is saying that any action taken by an agent of INEC in relation to notice, form, or document, even if it's done in error, can only be corrected by a competent court of law or tribunal. And that's what Binani is challenging in court. But the point is, some have argued that the REC is not known to the law to make such a comment, that he acted ultra vires. And so I was reading something from one REC recently. He said, the declaration of the REC, or as I called him, the declaration of the reckless REC, cannot be valid in law and fact. Section 149 of the Electoral Act is only applicable if it was the returning officer that wrongly announced what he ought not to announce or did what he ought not to do. Then it is the tribunal of the law court that can undo what he has done wrongly. In this case, a REC made a declaration which he had no power to make. His action was null and void ab initio and of no effect whatsoever. Hence the reason why INEC made it a statement to nullify it. So, the declaration made by the reckless REC is null and void. No court will ever validate such a declaration. But that's what's in court. So here is Binani's lawyer making a statement about what they took to the court.
This is an ex parte application. We are not expecting anybody, as you can see. When the counsel to the third respondent announced his appearance, my lord refused to take his appearance because it is by the leave of the court that the action will be initiated. So you don't just be a busybody and appear before the court. What are we looking before the court is whether INEC can set aside a pronouncement made by one of its staff. We are not here to argue election. We don't have anything election before the Sovereign Court. What we are trying to do before the Sovereign Court is for the court to make a pronouncement as to whether, looking at Section 149 of the Electoral Act, which says whatever action taken by INEC can only be set aside by either election petition tribunal or a court of competent jurisdiction. So an INEC staff standing to make a declaration, whether legitimate or illegitimate, the right thing to do is to approach the tribunal. It is only the tribunal that will determine whether the act is legitimate or illegitimate.
Okay, so that's what the Binanian's lawyer is seeking to do with the court process. Now, we're live on Facebook. I'd like you to be part of the conversation on Facebook. Please help share this video so that your people can also see what's happening here and you can be part of the conversation. So I'll enjoin you that you join us here. Okeke Ogbuchigozie on Facebook says, Adamawa State has 2 governors declared by 2 different INEC officials in one election. And he says, I guess this is sarcastic, is God not wonderful? And he said, hashtag may Nigeria survive. That's my prayer for Nigeria. Thank you for echoing my prayer. Omobashon Abiola on Facebook says, at last, Fintiri declared winner of gubernatorial poll by returning officer of INEC in Adamawa State. It is only tribunal, appeal, or Supreme Court verdict that can change the decision of INEC on that issue. So some people will say that the agent that declared Fintiri winner is not the same as the agent that declared Binani winner. And so, which one is valid? All right, so we're going to look at these issues this morning, and you make your comment about it. Join us on Facebook. We'd like to hear your thoughts on this matter today on Splash 105.5 FM. We are live on Facebook. Still on Punch newspaper. Adamawa poll. Court refuses to hear Binani's motion over jurisdiction. And so, a Federal High Court Abuja on Tuesday refused to hear an ex parte motion filed by the All Progressives Congress candidate in the Adamawa governorship election, Senator Aishatu Binani, yesterday. Justice Inyangeko instead ordered the APC Candidates Council, Mohammed Sharif, to address the court on the issue of jurisdiction before hearing the substantive motion. Upon resumed hearing on the matter, Afiz Matomi announced appearance for Governor Ahmadu Fintiri, the third respondent in the suit, shortly after the sheriff mentioned his name. Justice Eko then asked Matomi if he had been served. Oluwaseun says, I'm waiting to see the outcome of this election through the Supreme Court. And good morning, Mr. Akinola. How was the night? Very well. Thank you, Mafuji Peter. Thank you so much. Taiwo Sunday says, good morning, Joe. I'm a football fan and I've never seen a match commissioner awarded a penalty before because it felt so. Thank you, Taiwo Sunday. I love the analogy. Yes, a match commissioner cannot award a penalty because he simply just felt he had to award a penalty. Thank you for the analogy. Please get on Facebook, be part of the conversation this morning. Jumoke Idowu is with me on the program today. Hello, Jumoke.
Good morning, Shil.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. And good morning, Nigeria.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
So how do you describe the scenarios in Adamawa?
The scenarios in Adamawa is a challenge of our policy, the entire lawmaking process, and we know that the Electoral Act review has actually been reviewed. But if you have been part of policy making process before, you realize that there needs to be more thoroughness to the research, to the review, especially of gaps, loopholes in this. And if it is not tested, if a law is not tested, you can't even know to what extent a lot of times the weakness of this law. And I'm glad at one thing, exploring of the loopholes has also shown a very big gap in the entire process of INEC again. How do you collate and basic arithmetic can't be conclusive? They are exploring the Binani part is exploring the gaps of INEC as against the gaps of the law. And I'm really waiting to see how it's going to turn out. I don't want to make pronouncements before the law,
before the court.
But you can almost from here read that they are only exploring the loopholes of INEC and systemic disorders as against exploring real legal opportunities.
Don't you see that rec as just, I love to use it, I don't know why the word comes to my mind all the time, has been a reckless person, or would it have been that he was compromised and he deliberately acted that way?
That's why I mentioned the entire body, the process of INEC. The recklessness of a staff can only come because it knows something in the system either is not okay, that I can explore. If you know that your system, even from within, is going to take care of you seriously, if you are flouting rules, you won't be able to go reckless. So it's only exploring the weaknesses within the system of INEC itself.
No, but so how do you also rate the institution of INEC by weighing into this matter immediately in terms of institutional response? For want of this thing, I think there's huge, in as much as it looks like INEC is decentralized, the subnational now, the state INEC, I think there needs to be more, like what you have in the US. There needs to be more power at that level. The kind of power that sort of gives them a sense of strong institution. I salute the people of Adamawa in a way for rising up to what we are looking at here now, to say justice, which we are waiting for judiciary to affirm. We are just still on the armchair. We can't precede the courts or the judiciary. If not for the people, and this is one thing we've always said here, or I've always preached, that democracy is too much to just be practiced as something for naysayers, people, bench talkers, bench warmers. We need active citizenship, and the way you want to look at anything at all is the strength which it has at its base. Because I'm so distraught with that wreck, this thing, but I place it more because when systems are working, individuals are unlikely to be able to just sway the system into nonsense. Tawaja says, good morning, Oluwaseun. What happened in Adamawa is not a surprise to me. Nigeria is a seasoned film. What you're going to discuss tomorrow will happen before the day runs out. Thank you. One day, one drama. That's what Jaupo is saying. We're all waiting for the outcome of the election from Supreme Court. Good morning, Saturday. Palumi Pigo. Thank you. But this story, quickly, I'll read and then we'll go for a break. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, has tasked his supporters to return all forms of attack by the opposition to its quest with equal measure. The Labour Party presidential candidate who addressed the National Executive Council NEC meeting of the party in Asaba said while they do this, they should ensure that they abide by the law of the land. He pointed out that he has never knowingly broken any law of the land and encouraged his supporters to be law-abiding. This, according to a statement released by the Obidati Media Office, titled Obi at the Labour Party NEC meeting calls for calm and steadfast to the cause. The candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, has encouraged Nigerians not to be deterred, but to remain calm and steadfast in their journey of reclaiming their mandate of a new Nigeria. I wonder why, I'll go to break, I wonder why he said they should return every attack with equal measure, but be law-abiding. And he also said, when we come back, he also said he had not knowingly, and that was his word. He had not, let me read, knowingly broken any law of the land. So what law has he broken unknowingly? He didn't say. Why was he detained in the UK? We'll be back in a moment. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Start your day with the nutritious and delicious goodness of Golden Morn. Now available in 30 grams, 45 grams, 300 grams, 600 grams, and 900 grams packs. A pack size for everyone. Golden Morn. Make every day golden. Golden Morn. So special to us.
Ìfẹ́ mi, ẹni lọ́jọ́ ìfúnni lábẹ́rẹ́ wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, pẹ̀lú abẹ́rẹ́ aládàágún fún ìdáàbòbò ara ẹni yìí, a a lè ṣeré ìfẹ́ fóṣù mẹ́ta láìsí fòyòyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀.
Bí báwo?
Màá fa ẹran itan mi. Màá sì gábẹ́rẹ́ yìí sórí itan tí mo fà. Ká lè máa gbádùn ara wa lọ fóṣù mẹ́ta nìyẹn.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kẹ̀, ṣé èèyàn wà nínú ẹ̀?
Kò séwu ìfẹ́ mi. Abẹ́rẹ́ tíntínní ni bí eléyìí.
Àkíkà, ó ti gun kódà ó mìíràn rárá.
Ṣé bí mo sọ fún ẹ?
Bó o bá fẹ́ lábẹ́rẹ́ aládàgún fúngbà àkọ́kọ́, lọ́dọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ ìlera fúngbà ní níyànjú. Fàlàyé nípa àwọn ọ̀nà mìíràn láti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ oyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀. Tẹ ẹ̀rìn èjì ọ̀kan lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lórí Airtel. Kó o dẹ̀ tẹ ọgbọ̀n tàbí kó o lọ sórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára discoveryourpower.org. Ìpolówó yìí wá látọwọ́ àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó ń bójútó ìlera ẹbí, Society for Family Health. Pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó ń bójútó ètò ìlera.
There you are, riding in silence, both deep in thought. I bet you the driver think this ride shouldn't cost more, and you the passenger are sure you're overpaying. Never mind, let's just stay quiet. Or you can both download InDrive and agree on a fair price beforehand. InDrive, people driven. The InDrive online passenger transportation aggregator is not a taxi service. For more information, visit indrive.com.
Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ẹ má jẹ́ kó wo náírà titun àti àìlègbówó yọ yín lẹ́nu. Hope wà lórí fóònù rẹ, ìfẹ́ ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta náírà wà ńlẹ̀. Torí náà, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fowó ránṣẹ́ sí màmá nílé àbí láti ra owó ìpè fún Àbíkẹ́ láti fún oníbàárà lówó àbí tó oníbàárà bá fẹ́ fún yín lówó. Hope wà lórí fóònù rẹ, ìfẹ́ ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta náírà wà ńlẹ̀. Èèyàn mi, nọ́mbà fóònù rẹ ní nọ́mbà káàdì ATM àti nọ́mbà àkáǹtì rẹ o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, gbádùn ayé ìrọ̀rùn pẹ̀lú Hope Wallet. Tẹ *569*9# lórí fóònù rẹ kó o sì yan Open Wallet. Tẹ àlàyé nípa ara rẹ síbẹ̀. Ló bá tán, o ti ṣí àpò ìṣúná rẹ nìyẹn. Hope PS Bank á wá fún ẹ ní ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta náírà ṣáńgílítì. Hope àṣeyọrí. Hope Bank nígbà gbogbo.
Sleepwalking through the afternoon. Sleepwalking through the afternoon. Sleepwalking through the afternoon. Don't live life on repeat. Enjoy your break moments with Fiber Life Pulpy, a treat that awakens your senses and fills you with zest. So feel those moments with the indulgent sensations of Fiber Life Pulpy. Fiber Life, filled with life.
Kids, how about we do some shopping for Ramadan? All right, so let's create a list.
Fruits, vegetables. Don't forget Mom's nourishment. 3 Crowns milk.
Yes, 3 tins of 3 Crowns milk.
No, 6.
You know what? Because it's Mommy, we'll buy 8 tins of 3 Crowns milk.
Moms are our treasures beyond measure. So treasure Mom with 3 Crowns milk this Ramadan. 3 Crowns milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Hello?
Ọ̀rẹ́, ṣé o wà nílé?
Mo mọ̀ wà l'Abuja, máa dé lọ́sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀.
Àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ẹnìkan ló wá mójútó ilé epo ẹ̀. Wọ́n á ṣe é léṣe. Ẹsẹ̀ tèmi kì í wọ́n nílé epo mi. Lórí èmi tèmi, kó wó pé ni o.
Kò sí fòyà ọ̀rẹ́ mi. Gbogbo fuel pump tó wà nílé epo mi pátá ni mo ti fi e-pump sí. Mo ń mọye jálá epo tí mò ń tà lójúmọ́. Iye oníbàárà mi àti àkókò tọ́jà mi ń tà jù lójúmọ́. Kódà mo lè ṣe àyípadà sí iye owó ọjà látòrí dashboard mi bí yìí kó sì hàn lórí pump kankan lọ́hùn. Ṣé wàá rí i pé èmi gangan ni kówó pé?
Ọ̀rẹ́, ó nà hàn mí.
Ìwọ náà ra e-pump sáwọn fuel pump ẹ̀. E-pump ń ṣiṣẹ́ dójú àmì. Owó rẹ̀ ò sì gani lára. Láti béèrè fún tiẹ̀ pè sórí 0913-104-8999 tàbí 0803-609-6226. Website www.epump.africa. E-pump kówó pé ni o.
To prevent diarrhea and other diseases, especially in children, wash your hands with soap under running water, particularly after using the toilet. After cleaning your baby's bum, before preparing your baby's food, and before and after feeding your baby. If your child has diarrhea, give zinc tablets once a day, plus ORS every 4 hours, or frequently in small sips from a cup, so that your child will replenish lost nutrients and regain strength. Also, visit the nearest health facility to get treatment for diarrhea. This message is from the Anring Project, or your state's Ministry of Health.
Who are you and why do you think you should be the next Nigerian Idol?
I'm 21 years of age, I'm a singer, and I have big dreams, and I'm ready for the big stage and bright lights.
Let's hear you.
You had me at my first glance, staring at you, staring at you, staring at you.
The music show of the year is back for its 8th season. Catch all the thrilling moments showing every Sunday from the 23rd of April at 7 p.m. on Africa Magic Showcase, Urban and Family. Stay connected to DSTV and GoTV. Nigerian Idol is proudly sponsored by Biggie and Techno.
When I wake up in the morning, I need something to help me start my day. Pick 4, 5, 6 has DHA. It helps my brain to grow. It helps me to be smart. Oh, my own milk, Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah.
La 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 la. Ìyá ọlọ́gbọ́n. Èwo lẹ̀ ń ṣe?
Mo ń ṣe oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Pick 456.
Oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Pick 456 kẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó ní àlékún DHA, èyí tó ń ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn ìdàgbàsókè ọpọlọ tó jí pépé. Bákan náà ló tún ní káṣíọ̀mù, fítámìn D àti onígá ńlá protein láti mú àwọn ọmọ rẹ dàgbà kí wọ́n sì lágbára.
Mo fẹ́ràn ẹ̀. Màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fi mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Pick 456 tó ní àlékún DHA, èyí tó ń ṣàtìlẹ́yìn ìdàgbàsókè ọpọlọ tó jí pépé fi kún àwọn èròjà ìṣaralóore fún àwọn ọmọ mi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Dàgbà kó lágbára kó sì jáfáfá pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Pick 456 lójoojúmọ́.
Splash FM 105.5.
All right, welcome back. It's still Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station. Two things that I raised the other time. Peter Obi said that his members, the people in his political party, they should remain calm and steadfast in their journey of reclaiming their mandate of a new Nigeria. And he said that they should respond to every attack with equal measure. Let's start from that. Do you consider that a good way to charge his people?
The obedient, the Labour Party, I did rather focus more on Labour Party than the obedient movement. And I think Labour Party has a lot of work to do on its hands in terms of image management of itself, given the obedient movement. And I think there should be a lot of caution as to merging equal measure. I'll give a lot of credit to the Labour Party presidential candidate in terms of how well he has managed his utterances, and he needs to do better, do more, take the high road, and not be pulled into the quagmire of post-election loss or tribunal and all of that issues to say merge strength for strength, because he should be looking down the road and thinking of the possibility of also winning. And if he wins, he wouldn't want this kind of situation where somebody's saying, give them measure for measure in a polity that is very fragile already.
Olusegun Ogunlesi says INEC has laws and regulation in place, but one official decided to breach the law, just as may be the case in any other institution. We should rather commend INEC for rising up to this on time and correcting the anomaly. This is just one case of such and should not be used as a general score for INEC. Let's take a break for a time check, and we'll return shortly.
It's 7 a.m.
Start your day
with a cup of rich Lipton Yellow Label tea.
Splash FM 105.5.
Welcome back. Still Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station. We are on Facebook Live. Thank you, Omobasharun, Brado Amokwe, Solomon Sharif, Olushina Ogunlesi, Ademola Ogunlade, Agumbiade Sharif, Topo Jaupo, and host of others who are engaging us on Facebook. Please keep the fire going. We would like to hear more from you and also read a whole lot from you this morning. And thank you so much for being there with us. All right. Okay, there's a story on Punch newspaper, and it's from Business and Economy page. And that's one thing that Mamora was saying this morning to us. He said, why Nigeria is poor despite its potential. The Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Adeleke Mamora, has given reasons why Nigeria remains a poor country despite being blessed. The minister who spoke at the workshop aimed at accelerating small hydropower said that the cliche of praising the abundance of natural resources will be of no value if conscious decisions are not made to ensure the utilization of our potential into realities for our good. So why are we so poor in the face of abundance?
I don't think we need our minister to tell us why we are poor in the face of abundance. We are paying him. He's put there to transform our whys to opportunities, to transform our opportunities to results that we should be seeing. So he telling us the whys. We want to hear what they have done in Ministry of Science and Technology, what they are doing, what policies they are following, what government has to actually. So I don't understand, and I'm sure Dr. Mamora is very well versed, and that's just it's juvenile to. I mean, for lack of any other word, for him to come up and tell us why we are poor. We don't need anybody to tell us why we are poor and miss plenty in the governance hierarchy anymore. We need to hear them say there are 45,000 this, and we have only 10,000 people who have assessed it as a result of gap in this particular aspect. We want more people to do this. We need this in this state. We want to hear ministers who are talking like that in this dispensation. And that's for me, is a serious warning to the APC as they are coming in. We don't want this kind of talks again to Nigerian people. It is insulting to our intelligence. It is an anomaly. It is something we don't want to hear anymore from anybody. We want young people who are articulate, who are connecting the dots, who are giving results, looking at problems, at gaps, placing things in the right places, and actually connecting the dots for us to see where the results and productivity of this nation can come in. I can't even take this. I'm almost losing it for any minister to tell me this kind of thing.
Okay, maybe you'll be angrier now. The vice president said that there is a need for African continent to accelerate its industrialization drive in order to move millions of the citizenry out of poverty line.
I think these people they're already winding down, and you see, you don't wind down a race. If you're running a race now, you don't wind it down until you have crossed the finishing line. They haven't done well economically. They can't wind down. They should be speaking to what they even want the next dispensation to do along the lines of what they have done. I think they also lost it. With this kind of comments and conversations, they seem to have seen the amount of gaps and problems and challenges. The problems and challenges that they did not confront, that their economic policies did not take into cognizance. They are seeing so much of their gaps, and they can't even speak well enough to their gaps. And just a quick one back to Obi. I think the onus is also on the federal government to be on the high road, because if there was truly an impersonation of Obi's identity, it could actually be an irking thing, an annoying thing.
But I have an issue with that. Why haven't we heard, the real story of what happened? Why was he detained?
Well, I think Obi has the onus to also come and give clarity.
To make it clear. I mean, rather than speaking in different, parables or something. I think I have the rec of Osun State on the line. Hello, Barzabuke.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're live. You want to talk to me?
Yes. I was monitoring you on Facebook.
All right. Okay. So you want to make a statement about what happened in Adamawa?
No, nothing happened in Adamawa than a good development and entrenchment of the right thing to do when there is any irregularity.
But you know that you know that in Adamawa you had a rogue, reckless wreck.
So in that your establishment, there will be one or two members of staff that will not share the vision of the chairman of that establishment. In other words, there are some individuals that you always identify in any organization who, of course, will always want to have their own shenanigans being perpetrated, and they need to be checked at every point in time. So that we don't saw that one. You agree with me, in the history of Nigeria, what happened has never happened in the history of INEC in Nigeria. From FEDECO to NEC to NECON to INEC, it has never. And that also boils, support the fact that the man did not even understand the rudiments of the oath, the rudiments of the job, the nitty-gritty of the process.
But Dr. Guke, why do we have such a mind, as a commissioner, as a resident commissioner?
So perhaps there is need for the policymakers, the lawmakers, to tinker with the process of appointment, not just of the regs.
I got that.
Of chairman.
I got that.
National commissioners.
Okay.
And resident electoral commissioners.
I got that perfectly. I got that. Now, I have a few questions, maybe quickly because of the time that I've got. What will happen to this rec? Because I know that is an appointee of the president.
By constitution,
yes,
INEC cannot dismiss or remove. If you look at the work of the commission, I'm sure you people, you monitor the...
Yes, I have. Yes, I have all of the releases. Yes.
The release with you. Look at the language of the commission. The commission was very careful because we don't have the power to dismiss, that kind of a thing. So what the commission will say, which has been said, was, Mr. Don't come near any of the facility of the commission. A recommendation has been made to the appointer who need to follow the due process as well for his eventual dismissal and eventual prosecution, if possible.
Now,
the commission has recommended to the IGP to start investigation process and bring him to book.
The other question I want you to answer is what I asked on Facebook yesterday. Section 149 of the Electoral Act. I read it this morning on radio as well.
I saw your post.
Yes.
And I quickly responded to it. Maybe you didn't read it.
I read it. In fact, I read it even this morning on radio. I read it already, but I want to respond.
Section 149 is only. That is why some of our legal minds, we need to be careful and not throw this nation. We don't have any other country than this Nigeria. I have listened to so many narratives, arguments, even from the legal mind, who of course are tainted with partisanship one way or the other, saying that the development, the declaration made by the reg is covered by 149. Nobody can upturn it. And I've said it in various radio stations that it is not true. You don't need to be a lawyer to understand it. So, assuming without conceding, I hope you are following me.
Yeah.
Assuming without conceding that it was that returning officer who made the announcement yesterday was the one that made the announcement made by the reg, it will be a very serious problem. And that is when the Section 149 will be imposed.
Valid.
Such that the commission, in fact, you will not even see the commission doing anything. Commission will just proceed to the court. But look at the commission for you to know that in INEC, people don't know. In INEC, we have 3 senior advocates of Nigeria. We have a full legal department. We have lawyers in those departments. The department is headed by a director. It's a directorate. So such issues cannot be made to confuse the commission. That was why immediately, for you to know that the commission was properly guided, the commission suspended the collation. The commission straight away asked all of them to move to Abuja. I hope you are following me. The commission announced that the date for the collation to continue will be announced later. Those were the immediate action taken by the commission. Now look at what the commission did. The following day, the commission looked at the whole thing and discovered where the problem was. And the commission took a decision. It was just for security reason that the commission did not include it. If you observe it, if you follow the press release, you discover that was not included for security reasons because the tension was already on ground in Adamawa State.
Was building.
And look at it, to the surprise of everybody, 2 national commissioners, some only from Southwest, Okoye from Southeast, you know, the 2 of them were there.
They were there. They were there.
So look at it. People should know, and I've said it severally yesterday. The Resident Electoral Commissioner cannot assist anybody in the election.
Okay.
That's your good people. I have said it million times.
I know. Thank you.
I have said it. People, the politicians, they are still living in the past. In the past, during the EU regime, Resident Electoral Commissioner will be accommodated in the government house. During the EU regime, Resident Electoral Commissioner can do any abracadabra.
Okay.
So with the advent of Gega was the one that brought the idea of a neutral person to announce the results.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
It is only the chairman of the commission that has the power to announce the presidential results.
Okay.
And let me tell you, Shay, what is collation? Collation is for you to bring together all the results that will be brought to you from the local government.
All right, maybe I'll call you back at 8 o'clock. You can discuss this more. Thank you so much for your intervention this morning, sir. Thank you. That's all I can do now. But do you have time? Okay, let's go for the break. When we return, we'll take your calls, gentlemen and ladies. Thank you for listening.
Our friend Oliver is what you call a man with a huge appetite. Gigantic, actually. And if there's one phrase we have come to know Oliver for, it is this.
More data, please.
No matter what we offer him.
More data, please.
So, guess what we did? We heard Glow created new data plans for people like Oliver, and we got him exactly that. And guess what Oliver said?
Excuse me, please, is this all for me? Only me?
Now, Oliver certainly has more than enough data. All thanks to the Glow Mega Data Plans.
With the longer validity you get on Glow Mega Data Plans, you can work from home with ease, run your business better, download non-stop, stream music and movies endlessly, learn online, and share data with anyone. No worries. Get 225 gigabytes at 30,000 Naira for 30 days, 425 gigabytes at 50,000 Naira for 90 days, and 1 terabyte at 100,000 Naira for a year. Dial *777# now to start enjoying these mega plans.
Glow Unlimited.
If you no want diarrhea or nyama disease for your house, especially for your pikin, dey use soap and running water to wash hand well, especially after you go toilet finish, after you clean your pikin bum, before you prepare im food, and before and after you give am food. But if your pikin get diarrhea, knack am zinc tablet 1 time every day, plus ORS every 4 hours, or make you dey give am small for inside cup. Because why? So that your pikin go dey bubble again and collect back everything wey comot for im body. But make you carry am go for treatment for health center wey near you pass. Dis message na from Ari Project, Oyo State Ministry of Health.
Techno celebrates your natural healthy glow without hiding your imperfections with a 32MP glowing selfie camera, G88 processor plus game turbo, hard-wearing stirring glass, and a 256GB plus 16GB large memory on the new Techno Spark 10. You will enjoy better mobile experience with bigger camera, among other upgrades. That's not all. Visit any Techno outlet to get the beautiful on-demand smartphone for your selfies and walk away with a Techno X Fireboy headset, up to 5GB data from MTN, and many more gifts. Techno, stop at nothing.
àti ṣí o àti ta o ṣọ́ọ̀bù alálùbáríkà tèmídìrẹ ultra modern market gbági market extension.
Golden Bricks Realty and Investment Limited àjọṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ tó ti ṣàṣeyọrí tó lóòrìn. Tèmídìrẹ ultra modern market and shopping mall ọjà gbági tuntun phase 2 wẹ́mà ìwó road Ìbàdàn. àti ṣí àti ń tàwọn shops yẹn báyìí o. bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́jà títà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ ní pẹ́rẹ́ ń bẹ́ fẹ́ràn sọ lálá. àǹkárá lẹ́sìn gíní báàgì àti bàtà. ṣọ́ọ̀bù tẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ti lè rọ jíjẹ wa ń bẹ́ pẹ̀lú. ìjọba ló allocate ẹ̀. ààbò tó gbogbo ń bẹ́ ń bẹ́ tọ̀sẹ̀ tó rú. wọ́n gbẹ́ bọ́ òsì bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n tún kọ́lé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni láti ti yípo bẹ́ẹ̀. ó tóbi ó pọ̀ ó fẹ́. ó yẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ rẹ́ǹtì ní abẹ́ fẹ́ ra ṣọ́ọ̀bù. èyí náà jẹ́ tètè lọ gba fọ́ọ̀mù báyìí. the Ministry of Trade and Investment room 56 Secretariat Ìbàdàn. wà láyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. ẹ pè 08028834320 08028834320. àrètí yín lọ́jà tèmi ní rẹ̀ gbági tuntun ìlú Ìbàdàn. Latest school Easy Life Business and Service Technology app. We don't bring comfort for people. Na Botinga app, your multi-service platform where you fit order sharp for any service provider, market or anything where you need online. Just download Botinga app. Come begin the order for any professional service and when you want. You fit order for taxi ride or any services like fashion designer, hairdresser, mechanic, barber, painter, photographer, dry cleaner, carpenter, makeup artist, plus others them on top Botinga app. And you will be service provider. You fit register your service and take and connect to more customers for better sales enjoyment. You fit render your service with your own private motorcar as driver. To the make extra money, just download Botinga provider on top Google Play Store and Apple Store today. Make people begin the order for your services anytime from anywhere. With Botinga, everything done dey easy. No be for mouth. This one na easy life. For more tori, visit www.botinga.com or we office wey dey for former MTN office opposite Methodist Church, Bodija, Ibadan, Tolon 0810-934-6512. Botinga app, service and business comforts.
It's Ramadan. Come on board. Let's go on a tour to the top restaurants where you can enjoy the best of the season. First stop is Charity Cafe. Here, the currency is sharing, so keep giving. Next stop is Kindness Bistro. Be the kindest you can be. Last but not the least, make a stop by at Forgiveness Drive-Thru and let go of every beef. And at Sahur and Iftar, bring it home with the goodness of great tasting meals with Noor. This Ramadan, don't just eat for good. Share the good and be the good. Noor, eat for good.
Ìfẹ́ mi, ẹni lọ́jọ́ ìfúnni lábẹ́rẹ́ wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, pẹ̀lú abẹ́rẹ́ aládàágún fún ìdáàbòbò ara ẹni yìí, a lè ṣeré ìfẹ́ fóṣù mẹ́ta láìsí fòyè oyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀.
Bí báwo?
Màá fa ẹran itan mi, màá sì gá abẹ́rẹ́ yìí sórí itan tí mo fà. Ká lè máa gbádùn ara wa lọ fóṣù mẹ́ta nìyẹn.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kẹ̀, ṣé èèyàn wà nínú ẹ̀?
Kò séwu ìfẹ́ mi, abẹ́rẹ́ tíntínní ni bí eléyìí.
Àkíkà, ó ti gun kódà ò mìíràn rárá.
Ṣé bí mo sọ fún ẹ?
bó o bá fẹ́ lábẹ́rẹ́ aládàgún fúngbà àkọ́kọ́ lọ́dọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ ìlera fúngbà ní níyànjú fàlàyé nípa àwọn ọ̀nà mìíràn láti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ oyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ ẹ̀rìn èjì ọ̀kan lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lórí airtel kó o dẹ̀ tẹ ọgbọ̀n tàbí kó o lọ sórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára discoveryourpower.org ìpolówó yìí wá látọwọ́ àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó ń bójútó ìlera ẹbí Society for Family Health pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó ń bójútó ètò ìlera.
Kids, how about we do some shopping for Ramadan? All right, so let's create a list.
Fruits, vegetables. Don't forget Mom's nourishment. 3 Crowns milk.
Yes, 3 tins of 3 Crowns milk.
No, 6.
You know what? Because it's Mommy, we'll buy 8 tins of 3 Crowns milk.
Moms are our treasures beyond measure. So treasure Mom with 3 Crowns milk this Ramadan. 3 Crowns milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
My people, no let new naira and cashless matter worry you. Up bank dey your phone, 500 naira woof day. So if you want send mama money, abi to buy Amaka recharge card, to give customer money, abi customer wan give you money. Up dey your phone, 500 naira woof day. My people, your phone number na ATM card and account number oh.
Yes so, enjoy better life with Hope Wallet. Dial *569*9# on your phone. Select Open Wallet. Put your details and fiam, your wallet does set. Hope PS Bank go sama you 500 naira a woof. Terms and conditions dey o. Hope, succeed. Hope Bank always.
Mama, Papa, Bosca.
Olólùfẹ́ mi, ẹ ti dé. Báwo ni iṣẹ́?
Ó dára púpọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n orí fífọ́, ibà àti ara ríro ń dà mí láàmú.
Ní sùúrù ọkọ mi, jẹ́ kí n mú Bosca wá. Ara rẹ yóò yá kíá.
Bosca kẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, Bosca jẹ́ ẹ̀yà paracetamol fún ìtura tó yá kánkán kúrò lọ́wọ́ orí fífọ́, ibà àti ara ríro. Ilé-iṣẹ́ Dexa Medical ló gbé Bosca jáde èyí tí Orange Drugs Limited pín káàkiri. Kàn lo hóró Bosca méjì lára rẹ̀ bá yá lọ́gán. Ara mi ti yá, mo fẹ́ràn Bosca. Tí ara rẹ kò bá yá lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta, lọ rí dókítà rẹ. Bosca, bọ́ lọ́wọ́ ara ríro.
In my 25 years of practice as an obstetrician, I get asked a lot of questions from expectant and pregnant mothers. One regular question is, what supplement is good for me and my baby during pregnancy? I always recommend Oberon 6 because of the positive feedback I've gotten from my patients over the years. Oberon 6 contains essential minerals and vitamins necessary for the healthy development of baby and mother before, during, and after pregnancy. Give you and your baby the nutrients you deserve with Oberon 6. Oberon 6. Healthy mother, healthier baby.
Boss, all pressure no day.
Oh, hope goes who hope you there. Kile.
Our branded materials, Nisa.
One brand already, right? So you know me to be Boss Premium Pro Max. Kini go now. How many times I have to tell you that all our branding items like plain t-shirts, plain polos, face caps, reflector jackets, head warmers should be gotten from Shirt Shop, the largest distribution network of quality materials in Southwest Nigeria. Oh yeah, Ile, I am done with you.
Sir.
They play.
Reset you. For all your tie and dye and branding plate t-shirts, polos, face caps, you can visit
24 Darlington Street, opposite Darlington Hotels, Mokola, Ibadan. 080-9563-0781.
Shop 2 Phoenix Junction, Stadium Road, Ogbomosho. 0903-536-1584.
Ní ìlú Òṣogbo, Shop 36C, Olawale Plaza, opposite Wema Bank, Olonkoro. 090-3893-7963.
For Ile-Ife, 42A, Goodluck Plaza, where they opposite Methodist Church, Obalufon. 0909-392-9424.
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter platforms at shirtshop_NG.
Hello.
Ọ̀rẹ́, ṣé o wà nílé?
Mo mọ̀ wà l'Abuja, máa dé lọ́sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀.
Àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ẹnìkan ló wá mójútó ilé epo ẹ̀. Wọ́n á ṣe é léṣe. Ẹsẹ̀ tèmi kì í wọ́n nílé epo mi. Lórí èmi tèmi, owó pé ni o.
Kò sí fòyà ọ̀rẹ́ mi. Gbogbo fuel pump tó wà nílé epo mi pátá ni mo ti fi e-pump sí. Mo ń mọye jálá epo tí mò ń tà lójúmọ́. Iye oníbàárà mi àti àkókò tọ́jà mi ń tà jù lójúmọ́. Kódà mo lè ṣe àyípadà sí iye owó ọjà látòrí dashboard mi bí yìí kó sì hàn lórí pump kankan lọ́hùn. Ṣé wàá rí i pé èmi gangan ni kówó pé?
Ọ̀rẹ́, ó nà án mí.
Ìwọ náà ra e-pump sáwọn fuel pump ẹ̀. E-pump ń ṣiṣẹ́ dójú àmì. Owó rẹ̀ ò sì gani lára. Láti béèrè fún tiẹ̀ pè sórí 0913-104-8999 tàbí 0803-609-6226. Website www.epump.africa. E-pump. Kówó pé ni o.
Kids, how about we do some shopping for Ramadan? All right, so let's create a list.
Fruits, vegetables. Don't forget Mom's nourishment. 3 Crowns milk.
Yes, 3 tins of 3 Crowns milk.
No, 6.
You know what? Because it's Mommy, we'll buy 8 tins of 3 Crowns milk.
Moms are our treasures beyond measure. So treasure Mom with 3 Crowns milk this Ramadan. 3 Crowns milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Splash FM 105.5.
Just in time to sign out, but 0809-155-1055. If you have one person, 0809-155-1055. Just one person.
We're very grateful for your shine for calling in, because it feels great for you to be proud of your institution, and that's why they should replicate this more. If they've done something well, they should replicate it more, so they can have more opportunities to actually be proud of their system.
Okay, well, we have to go, but please join me at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, I'll be back, and I'll give you more time to be able to call me and have that conversation. But let me also say that when I return at 8 o'clock, I'll be talking about how we can stop the menace of mob justice, jungle justice in Nigeria. What happened in Ile-Ife, what happened in Akure recently are mind-blowing, and I'd like to talk about them. Thank you for being there. Thank you, Jumoke, for coming today. I'm Oluwaseun of Akinola. May Nigeria survive.
We educate, that's why we are respected. We inform, that's why we are loved. More music, we are the best. The Integrity Station. Splash, splash,
105.5.
Dear listeners, it's another episode of the Smart Living Radio Show powered by Peak 456 Growing Up Milk with DHA to support brain development. Here, nutrition nuggets are shared with an emphasis on age-appropriate nutrition for our 4 to 6-year-olds. On the show today, we will be discussing eating right on a budget without compromising your child's nutrition. To have this discussed with me is Dr. Othniel Gyang. Dr. Gyang is a pediatric consultant with 30 years of experience.
When I wake up in the morning, I need something to help me start my day. Pick 456 has DHA. It helps my brain to grow. It helps me to be smart. Oh, my own milk, oh, Pick 456, yeah. My own milk, oh, Pick 456, yeah. My own milk, oh, Pick 456, yeah. My own milk, oh, Pick 456, yeah.
Hi, Doctor. You're very welcome to the show today.
Sophie, I'm glad to be here. Anyways, I have listened to the past episodes and I must say kudos to you for an educative and informative show. We cannot overemphasize the importance of age-appropriate nutrition.
Thank you, Doctor. Doctor, eating right on a budget without compromising your child's nutrition, how is that possible with this current situation?
We won't do justice to this topic if we don't acknowledge how we have